Hey nerds, I have some pretty exciting news that I wanted to share with you guys and talk about why I was really reinvigorated to work for it and all of the stuff that we have in store. So, for those of you who didn't know, I finally got Twitch Partner. I've been working on it for about 3 years, and did Guild Wars 2 help me get Twitch Partner? Let's find out. So the short answer is yes, but for a lot of different reasons, and it's much more complicated than just that short answer. So essentially, one of the big things about Twitch Partner is you have to keep an average viewership of 75 viewers, stream on 12 different days for a certain number of time, and you have to be at a certain point with followers and subscribers and such. And your content has to be good for the community. There has to be a reason that you produce it and not just being entertaining. And a lot of what goes into it is also having partnerships and sponsorships with other companies that really help out too. Now, I was always known as a Final Fantasy XIV streamer. And when I started playing Guild Wars 2, it was kind of like I was having so much fun that I wanted to share it with other people and not just record videos to edit, because I really do want to hone that skill, and post that on YouTube because I didn't want people to wait and I didn't want to wait. And so I started streaming it on Twitch, which was a big deal because after you get the Path to Partner achievement, which encompasses all of the regulations that I'd mentioned and all of the stipulations that you have to follow and abide by, you also have to keep that viewership up, especially when you have an application in. Now, for someone who's known for streaming one game and moving to a different game and having that game produce even more of a viewership and have the leap that we had is absolutely incredible, especially since at the time, all I was thinking was, I've applied a couple of times and I didn't get it, and I really just want to have fun. So as much as I worked towards it, I'd realized that it was kind of a negative part of my life and it was affecting content creation, which is what I do full time, negatively. And so I just kind of wanted to cut that out and focus on something that I really enjoyed and that I enjoyed playing with my fiance. And the feedback and the support that I'd gotten from my Final Fantasy XIV community, as well as the new community that we've cultivated in Guild Wars 2, was absolutely incredible. And that's the reason why I have been able to achieve Partner. And that was the reason why I was even excited or reinvigorated to keep creating this YouTube content, to keep streaming every day and just exploring and having fun, and to really push myself and see what would happen if I did put in that application again. So I cannot thank you guys enough. And I'm very excited to introduce a couple of projects now that we have Partner that I want to focus on down the road. One of the big things I'm excited for, and I think a lot of people have misinterpreted, is I want to do a beginner's guide to MMOs, or quick tips you can have as a beginner in MMOs, or even just focus it on Guild Wars 2. So a lot of people were confused because I am a beginner at Guild Wars 2. However, with the way that I've gone around harnessing, being really excited about the starting areas in the game, I actually have done it now 9 times. I have a character, actually I have 10 characters, so one for every single class. And I've also gotten a lot of tips and tricks from people in chat, and there are some things that I wish I did more frequently. There are some things that I did on another class that I'd wish I'd known on the first one that I was trying. And because I've done it so many times, and because I've been able to explore so much that even vets come into my channel and say, wow, I can't believe you found that. I forgot that was there. Or I didn't even know that place existed. Or that's a really cool way to do it, and you made that connection so fast. Things like that I think would be a really big help to new players in MMOs in general, but very specifically Guild Wars 2. So I don't know if I'm going to keep it exclusive to Guild Wars 2 or have it be all MMOs, but I'm really excited to actually post that video and really keep working on my editing skills. With that said, specific to Guild Wars 2, I'm really excited to keep working on guild missions, achieve our guild haul, and I know that there are still a lot of people that want to join the guild, and we're on NA. However, if you're on EU, you can still speak with us, you just cannot visit us in-game. And I want to make sure that those people also get invites. So if you post your tags in the comments down below for this video, or if you join the Discord via the link in the description and post your name in the tags field, we'll be able to get you in. And I plan on also doing fashion shows and a bunch of other stuff. So that should be really exciting. Some neat events to come up that maybe might even have to do with a giveaway. I did a dye giveaway recently that went really well, so I'm really excited to see what else I can do in game. Chalk and I are also really excited to finally get going on our Cooking Through Tyria segment, which will be its own full playlist, and hopefully once we get the hang of it and figure out how I want it to be structured, we'll be posting once a week. We're going to start with something very simple, like creating bread, and what's really exciting is we're doing a whole new type of video editing structure that we want to see how it turns out essentially and works so far. But it's going to have some of us IRL explaining what we're doing, as well as showing some in-game footage with cooking and vice versa. And I'm really excited about it. He is really excited about it, and I cannot believe we're finally going to have it come to fruition. And now we have a clear path, at least for the moment, of what we want to do. With all of that said, I think we've finally come to the most exciting part. So there are certain perks that you can get with becoming Twitch partner. Of course, more share of a revenue, less fees when people pay for things, you have more abilities to be able to collab with other people so that you can both be on screen and both of your chats show up. There's also a bounty board, and then one of the other really big things that I've always been interested in is teams. And with teams, what can go along with it? And so Chalk and I are now working on a very serious project that is going to rebrand and revamp the Discord, have to do with a website, have to do with a new team that we're putting together, as well as much more. And we'll be getting into even more games, which will possibly go into my There and Back Again series for my journey through MMOs. Like I'd mentioned before, we're really looking at Lord of the Rings Online, Star Wars The Old Republic, ESO, Wizard 101 for some strange reason, Fiesta Online, and we will probably have guilds and community leaders for each game specifically for this project. Now, I don't want to unveil too much until it's actually done, but you can look forward to that. And if anyone wants to post down below some of their favorite content creators that I should do a podcast with, that I should probably get in touch with for what we want to do for said project. We need content creators, we need devs, and we need artists. So I'm really excited to see what happens. I'm really excited to continue on with these other playlists and continue posting content. As far as Guild Wars 2 goes, I'm still taking the slow and steady approach, except for possibly using my level 80 boost to get the guild hall that I mentioned previously, and then probably not touching it until I get to level 80 organically. To answer some frequently asked questions, yes, I will be going through Living World. Yes, I will be going through Icebrood and the story for Path of Fire, as well as Heart of Thorns. And yes, I'm excited for End of Dragons, and I will be doing the story for that. I don't know if there's a release date yet. I don't know if I'll be ready by the time End of Dragons releases, but we'll see. There's also the Final Fantasy XIV question. Because it's the game that I came from before I got taken by Guild Wars 2, a lot of people are wondering what I'm going to do for the patches. So essentially 4 patch day. For the week that it comes out, I'll probably play it off stream and record it. If I really enjoy it and have a good experience, I'll post a video and talk about it. Same thing for Endwalker, and why I think this is going to be better than streaming it is because that way people won't get spoiled. They can watch the video at their own leisure, and then it makes me feel a little bit less pressured to try to be entertaining whilst also paying attention to the MSQ and while making sure that we have a really good atmosphere. I don't want to put that on my mods of having to deal with people trying to spoil it for me either, so I think that that's the best way to go about it right now. I am planning on playing patch 5.5, and we'll see what happens from there. But as long as everything goes well, I am still planning on playing Endwalker, and we'll be trying out both new classes. As far as other games go, a lot of people were asking if I would try out certain things. I am taking suggestions. So again, in the comments below, that is where I read most of my stuff, in the comments below, in Twitch chat, and on Discord. So make sure that you post something that you want me to check out, and I will post it in my There and Back Again series as soon as I have time. But what's going to happen is Chalk and I are going to be really taken with trying to get all of the things done for our project, as well as still putting out good content for you guys to see. And I don't want anything to ever be lackluster or sound like I'm not having fun, so we're going to be putting a lot into that. As well as I'm really excited because we have a lot of partnerships and sponsors. And again, check the description to see what those are. And I'm also working on another partnership that I'd mentioned previously, some ANET stuff that I'm really excited about. And all of the proper documents are in the right hands, and we're just waiting on getting everything finalized. So thank you guys so much for everything. And I guess TLDR, if you made it this far, you guys are absolutely amazing. Thank you for being so excited about having me in a new community. And I hope that with all of these other games, we'll be trying for There and Back again and having community leaders and groups and guilds for, and possibly doing things competitively that will be received with just as open arms. So I will see you guys at the next one.